Hey guys, at the top of the main page of this channel, so the front page of this channel, at the top on the banner, it says this channel is to amuse myself, and if it amuses you too, that's a bonus, or something like that. So basically the reason this channel was made was just for some silly shit. It was the other channel, the Japan channel, is all sort of trying to be useful and all about Japan and all about, you know, keeping people who are interested in Japan happy by showing them what's going on in Japan. And this channel was made just for anything, just for any random shit that they, hey, how about making a video about those geckos having sex on the window, you know, whatever. Or if there is a topic that, you know, people want to talk about or people are talking about, then I'll give some ideas or some thoughts on it. And most of the videos that are made that are more serious, that don't have geckos having sex, generally ones that people have requested. So most recently was the Zimmerman one. Somebody requested that, a couple of people requested that. The dudes that requested that, please put your hands up in the comment section. So most of the videos that are delicate topics, most of them have been requested, or if they're really in the face topics, so that, you know, they're all over YouTube and they're all over the news and they're topics that can't be avoided, then I'll make a video. And the idea, and I've said this a million times in the videos, the idea of these videos isn't really about what I might say, it's just really bringing up the topic. And I think, I've said this a million times, that the most interesting part of these videos usually is the comment section. And it's really true, because listening to one person's thoughts on a topic's pretty boring, you know. Bloggers are pretty boring, but I think the most interesting part of it is bring up the topic, give some thoughts on it, and then watch what happens in the comment section. And almost always in the comment section there's at least two opinions. There's at least one opinion, you know, on one side of an argument, like the Zimmerman one, you know. One group of people saying they think that, you know, he should have been convicted. Another group of people saying that no, he was innocent. A whole heap of people debating what really is innocent, what's acquitted. So, you know, that's what happens. It's what happens on those difficult topics, is that people discuss it and you get a whole heap of different opinions. And it's great. I think it's great. And I think that's how we open our minds and we learn new stuff. And I think it's an opportunity that we have on YouTube that we don't have in the mainstream media, because the mainstream media don't want to say anything that's not going to be popular with the masses. Now that leads me to the next thing. What's going on with this channel is, in the last 7 days, we've dropped 114 subscribers. So 114 people have unsubscribed in the last 7 days. And it happens every time we make a video. Someone accused me, or been accused a couple of times, of doing the delicate, the sensitive topics to try and make the videos more popular or try and get more subscribers. It's totally wrong. It actually has the opposite effect. Every time, if I make a video about something funny, I pick up some new subscribers and get a lot of views. If I make a video about a difficult topic that people don't want to hear, like a Zimmerman or the ones about the anti-gun thing, every time I make a video that's anti-gun, talking about gun control, instead of people, the idea of those videos is to get people talking so people can give other opinions. Hey, I totally disagree. I think we all should have guns. You know, talk about it. Instead of doing that, what happens is lots of people unsubscribe because they don't want to hear it. And I think this is the problem that we've got in the mainstream media, is that the mainstream media don't want to say anything that's not popular. You know, the most popular stories you can make are stories saying that the police are bad and the police infringe people's rights and the police suck, and all the media know that, and that's what they make. And the conspiracy theories and all the mainstream stuff that that's popular. It's all the same in the front of YouTube. There's nobody on the front page of YouTube saying, let's have some common sense and talk about this topic with some common sense. There's nobody says that on the front page of YouTube. All the popular videos with 1 million views are all the people that are saying things that people want to hear. basically. They want to hear that the cop is harassing that poor skateboarder. That poor skateboarder ain't done nothing, and that cop's just harassing him for no reason at all, you know. That's what's popular on YouTube. And that's fine, but I think that it's really important that other people have opinions as well. And even if it means that, you know, I think that the fact that the mainstream media know that if they say stuff that isn't popular with the masses, they'll lose viewers. And that's why they say all that stuff that they say. You know, people complain all the time about mainstream media being no good. Well, this is why. They've got to say what the masses want them to say, otherwise people stop watching. And that's what's happening here. That's what, same as with the YouTubers. The big YouTubers know what to say, what not to say. They're not going to get up and say that, you know, that conspiracy theory is not true, or they're not going to get up and say, because they know if they say stuff like that, people get angry and unsubscribe and get abusive and stuff. So, you know, in the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of abuse. There was 114 people unsubscribed. There's another dozen or so that we blocked because they couldn't just sort of say, hey man, I disagree with what you're saying. They had to be all personal. You know, I left a couple of them. There's one there that you can see from a guy who was abusing and saying that, you know, I'm not American, so I don't have a right to say anything. Not exactly how he said it, by the way. You know, you're an arsehole, wanker, prick, cunt, whatever else he said. Big mouthful of abuse, telling me why I didn't shouldn't have an opinion. Now, the hypocrisy of somebody telling, and this happens all the time, people will leave abusive comments saying that you shouldn't be commenting on this, which is fairly hypocritical, isn't it, to be saying that, oh, my opinion is you shouldn't have an opinion, which is basically what they're saying, but they're saying it rudely. So there's been another bunch that have been deleted and blocked for being abusive. So different opinions are still there, of course, because that's what we want. We want the different opinions, you know, but not the abuse. So look, I think it's sort of aimed at intimidating. It's the same as the ones that unsubscribe and tell us they're unsubscribing. You know, look, quietly, if people don't want to watch these videos or want to unsubscribe, that's fine. You know, that's their right. Makes sense. That makes sense. But the idea of this is, if we all just watch and listen to stuff that we already agree with or we already think, our brains don't develop. The reason I like the comments in the comment section is, over the last couple of years, some of the comments on the videos on both channels, on the Japan channel too, have totally changed my thinking on all sorts of topics. Sometimes just in a small way, just, hadn't thought about that, that's a good point. Or sometimes in a big way. Quite often people leave comments and I go, wow man, that's a really good point, I hadn't thought about that. You know, learn stuff from the comments all the time. Read every comment, more than 500 comments a day. So, but you know, some people just can't handle people having another opinion. You know, I don't want to get into big debates. I've given my opinion on the topic. If other people want to have theirs, it's fine, but you know, the things that they like doing, they like abusing people for having another opinion. They like misquoting and misrepresenting. That happens all the time. You know, you say this because of this. No. Oh, and the American thing. Yeah, I'm not American. Sorry, I'm not American. But, you know, everybody from around the world comments on my Japan videos about Japan. Oh, why do the Japanese do that? No. So it happens all the time on the Japan channel. People from all over the world comment about Japan, what they think. I make a video about Japan and people from all over the world say what they think, including 20% of the comments are from America, because 20% of the subscribers are from America. So, you know, that's natural, isn't it? It's what we do. We watch something and we comment. So, to say that I don't have a right, or someone else doesn't have a right to comment on what's going on in America, we're all human beings. So everybody has a right to comment on what's going on in Japan, everybody has a right to comment on what's going on in Australia, whatever the topic happens to be, we have a right to comment. And particularly on my own channel, and particularly when I've been asked. Those people who have been asking for different topics, put your hands up please. Because what happens is, people ask me to make a video, I make it, and then I lose a whole heap of subscribers and get a whole heap of abuse. It's like, hey, you know, I was asked to make the Zimmerman video. You know, what's your comments on this? Well, you know, I made the video, lost a whole heap of subscribers and copped a whole heap of abuse. Someone actually accused me recently of making these videos to try and become more famous or popular or something. It has the opposite effect. The pressure is not to address these difficult topics, because every time I address one of these difficult topics, I lose a whole heap of subscribers. Every time. You know, if I wanted a really popular channel, I'd just start saying what people want me to say. But I mean, this is the important thing about these things like YouTube and bloggers, is having a different opinion is really important. You know, being able to express an opinion that you know isn't going to be popular. And I know when I make a video and talk about guns, people should stop, you know, that there's no reason for the general population to be walking around with guns. I know that's not going to be popular. I know there's going to a whole heap of people are going to get really emotional about that. Incidentally, lots of people do agree with some of these comments, and they're scared to leave their agreement. So they send me a message and say, I agreed with what you said, but I didn't want to leave a comment because I didn't want to get abused. And this is the problem with society at the moment, is that if you're not saying what's popular, or if you're not saying what, you know, if you say something that people don't like, you get abused for it. It shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be the case, you know. So that's why I'm big on the polite thing. And it's just a sort of side note too, just because I say we delete rudeness and block rude people, that's not to say that if someone leaves a rude comment that I won't kick them in the nuts before I block them. Because sometimes people, you know, you can only take so much abuse. You guys don't get to see all the abuse. I delete dozens of rude comments every day and block a couple of rude people every day out of 500 or 600 comments, you know. So, because they just can't, some people just can't leave an opinion without personal abuse. So occasionally, instead of deleting it and blocking that person, I might leave the comment and block the person, just so that you guys can see examples. Now there's one, I think, on the Zimmerman one, the one with the guy that went right off about, you know, I'm not American, so I shouldn't be commenting. Read that and see, that's what I put up with. A dozen of them every day. So now and again, I get sick of them, and now and again want to kick someone in the nuts, and I'll kick them back. You know, and that's fair enough too. Saying that it's not, you know, it's not right to assault people, right? But if someone hits you in the face, it's okay to hit them back, you know, occasionally. Usually I try not to, because there's no point. But now and again, I think we've got a right. I've got a right, it's my fucking channel. But it is, guys, and you know, everyone's got a right for a different opinion. Read through the comment section, you see lots of different opinions, you know. And everybody's got a right to say whatever they want to say on their own channel, and that's what makes YouTube important. You know, there's a lot of laughs. Most of stuff on YouTube's lighthearted and fun, but there's some important role that YouTube plays in society, you know, with people being able to express different opinions. So those of you who support that, who support free speech and civilised expressing of opinions in a civilised manner, thank you for sticking around. And if I end up losing all the subscribers and we end up with like 100, you know, if we go from 8,000 down to 100 subscribers, but we left with 100 reasonable people that have different opinions that they can express in a civilised way, then that'll be fine. And if we lose all those other people because they can't accept people have other opinions other than their own, then that's fine too, you know, just the way it is, isn't it? So anyway, a little bit of an update for you guys, a little bit of behind the scenes going on. But I'm continuing to do it. I'm not going to be intimidated, you know. I've got some ideas for some silly, funny videos to go on this channel as well, but I'm going to continue to make the ones that some people don't want to hear, because I think it's important. It's important to have the free speech. It's important, you know, that not motivated by pressure or by wanting to be popular, and just give honest thoughts on things, even if people disagree and even if they're wrong. No idea, you know, quite often probably have opinions and thoughts on this channel that are wrong, that, you know, that's fine. I think it's important. I still think it's important that free speech and free thinking and free expression of ideas is a fundamental. It's an important thing. So, you know, if other people don't like that and want to unsubscribe and not watch, well, that's fine too. That's their right. So, but still, the rude comments will be deleted and the rude people will be blocked because it doesn't add anything to it. And I don't want to get into big debates with rude assholes. You know, there's no need for that. So, I don't think that abuse adds anything to the recourse, to the discussion. So the polite or the civilised people with their different opinions, I don't agree, I think this. You know, those comments are more than welcome. So, anyway, there it was. More unpopular videos coming soon.